In our last video, we talked about how to create this darling little twisted cord. This cord will be used to couch it in place to create this ornament on our Whimsy Santa canvas. The first thing you're going to want to do is secure your beading thread or floss or whatever you're using to couch this in place, something thin and simple. And I've already secured my thread on the back. I've got a needle coming up through the middle of this ornament because we are going to create this twisted ornament right here. So our twisted cord has been created. You're going to want to identify the doubled end, and in this case I've slid a needle through it just so I could make sure that I had the end. And basically you're going to thread that loop onto your needle that's coming up through the middle of the canvas. And honestly, this is probably the hardest part. So now you're going to come up through the middle of the canvas, and you're just going to do one little simple over one stitch in any direction to get that center in place. Your next step will be to twist this twisted cord into a semicircle to start with. So you're going to hold that in place and kind of wrap it around, and you're going to couch this down in place so it stays still. So as you wrap it, every couple threads, you're going to come up through the canvas and take one little couching stitch to tack it down. So we're going to hold that in a circular manner. We're going to just tuck that to the back. And this would be the same if you were couching kreinik in place, if you were couching our teddy thread in place. You're basically couching means that you are taking some object and tacking it to the top of the canvas. So the object you're couching doesn't ever go to the back, just your needle with your one strand of floss or silk or beading thread will come up from the back in this case and go down to the front. And you're trying to make kind of very small stitches so that they do not get seen. You've got a little grace with this twisted cord because of the double color. None of your stitches are really going to show. So I'll do one last stitch, and you would just continue in this manner all the way around. When you get to the very end, what I would suggest in this case is to take a larger needle than is normal for this canvas. So in this case, you would use a size 20 needle, and this is after you get all the way around. You'd use this needle to enlarge a hole, and then that would enable you to dive down to the back of the canvas, whip stitch the end of this twisted cord to the back of the canvas, and you will end up with the beautiful little swirly ornament we showed you at the beginning.